What's going on, guys? 12 Gauge, the new metal film buff clown, back at you with another video. Today, it is my distinct pleasure to be reviewing not only my number one favorite movie of all time and my number one favorite horror movie of all time, but my favorite movie also from my favorite year of movies, because this came out in 2003. That's literally my favorite year for movies of all time. And this is my number one favorite movie from my number one favorite artist of all time, my boy Rob Zombie. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into House of 1000 Corpses. This is kind of like an update from like 10 years before this. I remember being 14, funny enough. It was my last channel, or one of my older channels, the Gage Dinkins channel. I had this on DVD, but it was like a regular case. And once I actually open this bad boy up, y'all see why this is such a big deal. Well, not only that, but it's actually like cardboard. The other one was just a regular DVD case. But yeah, I'll still kind of go everything like I used to. Of course, got a nice picture of Gino Crogno right there as the leading ghoul. Uh, I used to think that was a zombie when I was a kid. It's a ghoul. After watching the movie, it's a ghoul. Uh, yeah, that's what it was. Rob Zombie was like he was the main one on all the posted stamps, I think. Or yeah. Work of Demonic Brilliance, Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times, Rob Zombie Film, House of a Thousand Corpses. Look how fucking teeny the spine is, guys. That's actually really neat. Kinda, I'm not gonna lie. A nice picture of Sid Haig as Captain Spaulding, rest in peace. One of my favorite characters in the movie amongst a couple other ones. One hell of a great horror movie. Tobe Hooper, director of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Poltergeist. And I definitely agree with Tobe Hooper. And that's cool. I never really realized. I mean, yeah, I did, but that is damn. That's really cool that they got Tobe Hooper to quote that for that. Like, what a person. But the read up says, which I'm kind of rereading this re up from 10 years ago. But it says two young couples take a misguided tour onto the back roads of America in search of a local legend known only as Dr. Satan. Lost and stranded, they are set upon by a bizarre family of psychotics. Murder, cannibalism, and satanic rituals are just a few of the 1,000+ horrors that wait. Character hosts and menus: Captain Spaulding, Otis, and Baby take you on a guided murder ride through the special features. That's cool. On the special features, it says featurette. It's talking about the actual movie. Yeah, these are definitely really cool. Interactive menus directed by Rob Zombie. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I've always thought like this entire case is iconic in my book, but especially this back cover. Don't get me wrong, anytime I think of this movie, this is what comes to mind is the main poster. But this shit, like I stared at both quite a bit. I have fond memories of being 5, and my dad had this on DVD. And I think like sometimes it'd be this one, sometimes it'd be the real actual DVD case. I don't know, but I would constantly just find myself staring at both sides, and especially this side because it would show the characters and shit. And I remember thinking, because I knew that Captain Spaulding was funny and creepy at the same time, but I remember just looking at it and thinking, damn, he is kind of creepy looking for having or being someone who has a sense of humor. Rob Zombie's a funny guy. He always puts some sort of silly humor in his movies, if not actually funny humor, like this movie. But of course, I've always thought Baby was fun as fuck. I don't care what anyone says. Sherry Zombie is hot. Roses are red, violets are black. Why is your ass fake black? I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't pay attention to nothing like that. She's fine. Ass or not, titties or not, she's fine. I don't give a fucking fuck. But yeah. You also have Bill Moseley, my number one favorite actor of all time. My boy Otis. Uh, Hold on, I got something cool to show you. Little off topic, but not really. Just wanted to show y'all, kind of flex a little bit. I got to meet Bill Moseley. I look goofy as fuck. I was trying to do a face like I was screaming, but I ended up looking fucking silly. But I ended up meeting Bill Moseley back in 2021 for my birthday. He was wearing the Otis wig in that picture, but we ended up getting an actual picture with him. But Yeah, I was definitely starstruck as hell that day. But anyway, back to the review. Yeah, anyway. Got a nice badass picture of Dr. Satan right there. And particularly though, now that I think about it, like this entire back part fucked with me, yeah. Captain Spaulding was always just a little creepy. It was always just the fact that he's a clown. But Otis, it was the mean look. However, these two motherfuckers, Dr. Satan and Tiny, scarred my fucking nightmares when I was a kid. And I mean, it wasn't even really just them in the movie. I mean, yeah, but like, just look at these fucking pictures, dude. Like, if that ain't something to straight out of a fucking like nightmare, I don't know what is. Especially if like you live out in the middle of damn bum hell nowhere in the South like I do. Like that's some creepy fucking shit, dude. Like, and of course got the credits down here. Entire cast, director, photography, yada yada yada. I'm not gonna lie, it would be also be a dream to work with both of those cinematographers as well. Rated R for strong sadistic violence / gore, sexuality, and language. Yeah, now for the main motherfucking attraction. The main reason I even got this bitch. You guys ready? I definitely wasn't whenever I first got this fucker. And wait, there's fucking more. Oh my gosh, and look at that disc. And oh my gosh, there's even more. Oh man, this is so cool, guys. This is really, really cool. I'm joking. I mean, it is cool, but I've already seen it. I'm just trying to act like a jackass. But no, this actually is really fucking cool though. I remember being like 5 or 6 or something, and me and my cousin, and my aunt, like going out and looking for this movie to rent it because that's all we would stay up all night talking about if I was like on summer break or something, or but it was like a weekend if I was supposed to be in school, or if it, if it was a weekend for us, stay up all night talking about this shit, talking about yeah we're gonna rent it, because the story goes, my dad showed me and my cousin this whenever we were little, we're the same age, whatever, me and my cousin, and it scared us a lot. And my parents have never been together, so I would go back, or at least as far as I remember, I would go back to my mom's house, talk to my mom about this shit, and she wouldn't like it, be furious with my dad, and my dad ended up like hiding it. And so me and my cousin ended up finding the case. We didn't end up finding the movie, but we found the case. We would stare at it, and just for years, different parts of like years, me and my aunt, my cousin would obsess about it in different ways. And kind of but dad, it was more in the beginning. Uh, but what I was getting at though is I remember trying to track this movie down, and they didn't have this DVD. And we went inside a Raceway whenever I was like 5 or 6, I think. I feel like I was in kindergarten. This was back in like 05, 06, roughly. But probably early 06. I feel like I was like just about to be 6. Yeah. But yeah, we would look for it. But I saw this copy and it just stuck with me. And I remember I actually used to have a friend back in when I was in middle school. He had a copy of this movie. It was the same exact copy. But and I remember watching it with dad when I was a kid, and I swear to you, this is the design that I saw. So I remember seeing some creepy ass design whenever dad took the disc out, and I couldn't ever remember what it was for the longest time, but it has to be this. This is such a cool fucking disc, by the way. But yeah, I had to show this part off at least. As a huge fan of this movie and this world in general, and Rob Zombie as an artist, I can tell you without no fucking questions asked, guys. This is, even if this isn't actually the most coolest thing I own, this is definitely up there. Like, this is really fucking cool, actually. And of course, got the scenes right there. And he's got a nice, sexy fucking picture of my girlfriend Sherry Moon Zombie right there. This is, I remember my cousin used to think she was like halfway naked in that picture. She's really not. I mean, she's, they're trying to over sexualize her or whatever, but she's not nude, unfortunately. But chapters say I hate clowns, gas, food, murder, Murder Ride, Trick or Treat, Baby on the Road, Stick 'em on the Wall, The Crab Nebula, Give Me a B, Showtime, Behold, Fish Boy, Shit Tin Bricks, I Remember You, Who's Your Daddy, Run Rabbit Run, The Old Bastard, I Got Away. Better yet, instead of like just talking about my favorite parts, it's kind of what I probably should have done with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but fuck it, to kind of make it a little bit more organized. Let me put this disc back in there. Make it a little bit more organized, and to not make this video an hour fucking long, I'll just kind of go over like each parts that I like, what I like about them. So of course, I really love the first three. The first three scenes are about as iconic as it gets to a horror movie opening. There's a couple exceptions. The 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first Scream, obviously. Anyone can tell you the first Scream. So there's a couple other exceptions to how you open a horror movie. I'm like, okay, that kicks ass. But nah, in mine and my dad's eyes, I don't give a fuck who gives this crap. These three, especially the first scene, is about as iconic as it gets in regards to horror and horror openings. Same with Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. I forgot about to mention that one. But yeah, no, obviously I hate clown scene because the two guys that come in, try to rob Captain Spaulding. Captain Spaulding ends up shooting both of them dead. That entire black comedy aspect of that scene was really well done. Where like you're like kind of fearing Captain Spaulding, you're on edge, you don't know what he's gonna do next, but he's a dick, he's an asshole, he insults everyone, and you love him, and he ends up being crazy, and he kills both of those fuckers who try to rob him. You love him more. So it's just like, I love it. I think it's cool as hell. And then, of course, Gas, Food, and Murder. That's like whenever the opening credits roll in, and the two guys, Rainn Wilson and Chris Hardwick. That's whenever they discovered the gas station. But and that's all fine, Danny. I like it because the main opening credits, though, just because that Rob Zombie song is my favorite Rob Zombie song, and it's the most nostalgic one. The actual title track, title song for the movie, "House of a Thousand Corpses," the song. Plus, that is just really well directed with the home video footage. It's creepy as fuck. I'm gonna do an actual review on this movie sometime in the future for the 25th anniversary, but I'll kind of just go over quick highlights though, which parts I like. But yeah, I love those first three parts. I like the entire movie, but I really like those first three parts, and I like a little hint of that part whenever Otis is first introduced. Uh, that part is really creepy right after she says that. Again, I'll go over that whenever I actually read the movie. That line is really funny. That's an eerie fucking little part right there. That's entertaining for sure. It's just some drama at that point. Around that section of the movie. I mean, it gets entertaining, but after a while, it's drama filled. Literally, my number one favorite part of this movie, and probably my favorite part of any fucking horror movie. I love the fish boy part. Whenever Mary wakes up and notices room, and he's yelling at her like, "Shut your mouth!" I said, "Shut your fucking mouth." Yeah, all that entire scene is iconic as fuck in my book. It's mainly just because little fun fact for you guys, little history lesson for the old Dinkster here. This was actually, I'm pretty sure this was actually not only the first scene I ever saw of this movie when I was a kid. I think I was like 3 or 4. But I'm wanting to say this was the first ever scene I've ever seen in any horror movie ever, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why it has such a huge impact on me, especially whenever like he's actually killing Bill. They're actually like torturing him to the song Brick House, and then they reveal that he's turned into Fish Boy. All that shit was really well done, and Mary's acting like she sold it. She sold being scared. Like I would get teary eyed right along with her whenever I was a kid. Like that was some freaky shit, man. And shit, 10 bricks. That's a funny little part. I remember you. That's probably my favorite old country song of all time. That part's really well done. Who's Your Daddy? That part's spooky as fuck. The effects in that one after they kill the cops that are gonna come rescue him. It's just like they have no hope left, and the main girl's dad was supposed to come rescue her, but Otis kills the fuck out of them. I mean, Mother Firefly took the gun to Deputy Waddell's head, but you know what I mean. Otis killed the rest of them, and Otis skinned all three of them, I believe, if not Deputy Nash and Mr. Willis. He definitely skinned Mr. Willis because that's the skin he's wearing. And he's like trying to fuck with the main girl. It's just like that part's really well acted as well, really well made. Dead Meat. Dead Meat was reviewing the movie, and during that part, he said, "Wow, Otis, you're such a boogeyman, dude." I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's for a fact. I remember whenever they used to say boogeyman in this movie, I thought they were talking about the character of the professor, but it took me forever to realize they were talking about Dr. Satan, which is so fucking obvious. Don't ask. But the run scene, that part's really well done. I actually yelled that at the convention I was at where I met Bill Mosley. He didn't yell it back, I don't think, though. I said some of the lines. I did get him to say "shut your fucking mouth" though in his Otis voice. That was cool. Me and my dad loved that. Like literally in his Otis Driftwood voice, he said "shut your fucking mouth." Uh, and then the old dirty bastard. Uh, th- these last two scenes, like the first two or the first three, like in regards to a horror movie ending, other than Scream or Saw, the first Saw, that is definitely how you end a fucking horror movie. Like that shit gets dark. Like, I mean, I know that they had to change a couple things, but like, whenever the main girl is in the caverns and whenever she sees like the old fucking like skeleton carcasses that are chilling on the wall because they've been killing and torturing people for God knows how many years. Whenever she runs into Dr. Satan's lair with all those mental patients, finds the professor, he's chasing after her ass. Eventually, she gets away from him, and she thinks she gets away. She escapes out of the caverns. Captain Spaulding picks her ass up. Little does she know Captain Spaulding is working with the family. Spoiler alert, she doesn't end up getting away. I'll do an in-depth review whenever I actually review the movie, but yeah, that shit gets fucking dark, and I absolutely love and adore it. It is just so fucking well made. It's such an inspiration just because I want to be a horror movie director one day, just like I want to be a musician. Hence why your boy is my favorite artist of all time. He's definitely probably the biggest inspiration other than Eminem and Weird Al and Jonathan Davis and a couple other ones. But definitely Rob Zombie though, and I'm just so happy and so thrilled that I own this. Oh yeah, I forgot to show his nice picture of the house back there. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review slash sort of half-ass unboxing, showing off rant video, I guess, of my number one favorite movie and number one favorite horror movie of all time. This movie changed my life for years. It's probably been the only movie I can safely say has been on my mind in one way, shape, or form somehow for the last 21 years, give or take 20, 21 years. At least 20 years. It's been on my mind some way, shape, or form. So that don't tell you nothing. I don't know what does. Or without telling you anything, I don't know what does. But anyway, guys, this video is getting really long. I guess figured you guys probably want a really long video anyway, just because this is also just a really good movie. It's my number one favorite. But yeah, guys, it's been 12 Gauge New Metal Film Buff Clown here, signing off with another video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.